NVIDIA's announcement.
My God. Sorry, I saw this. I saw you switch it over, and now I can't hold my tongue. I can't hold my tongue.
You got it, Gallup. You got it, Gallup.
That's so funny.
You got it, bro.
NVIDIA's announcement of DLSS 5. So NVIDIA recently announced that they're pretty much going to be dropping DLSS 5, and they have stuck by it, much to the chagrin of gamers and designers, art developers everywhere. Pretty much what DLSS 5 is an AI-powered breakthrough featuring visual upscaling tech that takes a game's color and motion vectors as input for each frame, then infuses the scene with photoreal lighting and materials. So as a whole, people have not reacted well to this. I think mostly because they're saying it's, kind of not realistic looking the way that it's intending to be.
AI slop, yes. Yuck!
So I wanted to know if you guys have seen the images. What did you guys think of the images that NVIDIA uploaded? Because I think there was like 5 different games that they did like a side-by-side comparison for. What did you guys think?
It's
shit looks fucking terrible.
It's AI. Listen, it's AI slop, first of all. And now it's basically like turning my video game into an AI generated video. And it looks like ass. So that's the first part. We don't need to talk about how much we don't like AI generated like videos and art and any of that. We already know that. The part that like kind of like sticks with me, and GDP, I know you can relate to this, but like the part that sticks with me is I've spent a lot of time, like at least in like my previous career, really focusing on like how to get better and better at like CGI and like 3D motion graphics, right? And I know how much finesse and time and practice it takes to sculpt different characters for different video games and different like cinematics and all of that. And to now just say we're just gonna take, we don't even need that. Just give us like the bare bones like T-pose of whatever with 0 textures, and we're just gonna throw an AI filter on it and it's gonna look the same. Which to us who play the games, it doesn't look the same. It takes away from the experience overall. So to answer your question, RJ, I have seen these renderings. It looks god awful. All of these games are gonna look the same, and we're not gonna feel same thing with all this music, same thing with everything that we've been talking about, guys. Everything is going to start feeling the same. And then people are going to be like, oh, why don't you, the consumers, they don't want to buy our games. It's like, dude, we're telling you what we don't want, and you're trying to force feed it to us anyway. And then when it fails, inevitably, you're going to blame us for it. And it's like, dude, I'm annoyed with how tone deaf these people are when it comes to AI. They just see money, which I don't know where from, because we're not paying for this shit. Like it's just these investors are pumping billions and billions of dollars into anything that says AI on it, and people are just like, oh, we're just gonna make it anyway. And it's just frustrating. They don't care about consumers anymore. They don't care about the audiences anymore. They're just all investors, and that's it. So
yeah, I think to your point, it's like, at this point, who are they making the games for?
Not us.
Because it's if we're the consumers and we're saying that looks ass.
Yep.
Maybe don't release it. Don't. But they kind of like, they doubled down and were like, no, you guys just aren't getting it. Like, this is the new wave. It's gonna be great. Everybody's gonna love it. And we're like, but we don't. So again, who are you making the games for? Are you making it for yourself? Because that's kind of where it's given right now.
Be like Sonic. Remember when Sonic at first come out and they was like, no, Sonic looks terrifying. Change that.
They changed
and they
it.
Did.
Hey, shout out to Blur Studios. Shout out to Blur Studios. They changed that shit. And again, but Atari, to your point, this is how the CGI and like the VFX industry works. Is they put so much pride in making every single detail look as realistic or as artistic as possible. That I mean, we know the nightmares of the VFX industry, so we don't even have to get into that. But that is the difference. And so a Blur Studio is going to be like, listen, we take a lot of pride in making this look a certain way. Then we're going to put it out. Oh, the feedback is negative. We need to adjust it. These people are not, but we're not talking about the same people. Right.
That's true. That's true.
So it's like, imagine if we put those people in charge of all these decisions, which they used to be. They used to be, but now you have these suits. These suits. Thank you. Yeah. These suits are just like money,
That's it.
Just here's some money, make it AI, and
That's so sad. Ooh.
Yeah.
But all you can do is vote with your dollars. People don't.
Yep.
That is true.
Don't do it.
That is true.
Don't be discouraged. Close your wallets.
Like there's so many other games who are putting in the work. You know.
For sure.
Like now, all my games look like they all Instagram ready. Like I didn't ask for this shit.
Right.
Like why is my Grace looking like she just like
my Grace?
Like nobody
crazy. My Grace is serving up right now.
He out here serving.
You're fighting all kinds of zombies with the duck lips.
Yeah, like I saw the Hogwarts
and then the memes. Oh my goodness.
Oh my god, the memes were bad.
Oh, they're hilarious. They're hilarious.
I saw the Hogwarts Legacy render, and I'm like,
nasty.
What the fuck is this? I never seen this. This is not the game I played, yo.
Like, why Granny got a glow up? What's this?
Bro.
I'm saying.
She went and saw what's that famous plastic surgeon? What's that?
Dr. Miami?
Yep. They went and took a trip to Dr. Miami.
I'm dead.
That's what it's giving. And I just I saw the renders, and I feel like the hardest part in my head, right, is when it comes to like AI, it's a machine, right? Mm-hmm. But I feel like what they're overlooking when it comes to like people on the other side of the game is the fact that the machine is translating pixels into more pixels, whereas humans are translating eye to eye into pixels. Like that's why we love it when humans make stuff, because it's representative of how we see things. AI sees things through pixels. So then it just goes and just fucking does more pixels. That's why it looks like shit, because it's like, oh, let's take this pixel and make it line up with this pixel. And then like, it's a computer's version, like, beep, boop, boop, boop. Let me fix it. Beep, boop, boop, boop. Like, I don't understand why they're so gung-ho about being like, that's a regular thing. Put more AI on it. Like,
this is like a constant, like this is like a constant argument that I got into with like at least people when I was in like the design and like art industry, was that, I didn't think that creative directors deserved to be in charge of anything. And I thought that art directors and artists needed to be in charge of everything, because creative directors, they think that what we do is basically look at inspiration and then just copy it. And that same mindset is what's been adopted with AI. People say that, oh, AI just does that more efficiently, right? It's like all you're doing is looking at something, and then you're just looking at a real person, and then you're just copying it. So what's the difference between you and AI? But artists know it's like that's not all we're doing. Yeah. That's not we're using our own influence and our own training and our own experiences. All of that shit comes out whenever we're creating something. Our own how we see the world, how we see different faces, like our own. But again, that's the difference between things that are led by artists and things that are led by, like Rome said, suits. And I've always felt that creative directors are suits. Their job is to manage budgets and money and try to communicate, try to direct things based on that. Whereas art directors and artists are like, we are in there trying to bring our vision to life without thinking too much about all this other shit. So yeah, people justify all of this based off of how art directors have moved for years and years and years. It's like, oh, it just does everything more efficiently and faster and cheaper. Why would we not want this? And it's like, well, you're gonna see why, because nobody was gonna want to pay for this shit.
And now that you say that, I wonder if like a part of this is like, because when it comes to people, right? People have things going on in their lives. Like they're not going to be able to just sit there and draw on a character for 24 hours straight to get you to your deadlines. I wonder if some of this, because we're talking about suits, is, we can get these games out faster if we don't have to wait for artists to get things perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Just throw a DLSS on
100%.
it, and then now we've got it. It's good enough. Like you don't have to sit there and craft it as long because we just throw a DLSS on it.
And not wanting to pay people too, because the games industry is a volatile industry. Studios closing left and right, people getting laid off left and right. And so I could see this being as one of these like suits way of just being like, hey, yo, we can get this out quick. Don't have to pay nobody.
Yeah. And that reminds me too, speaking of what you were saying, as far as like people getting laid off and stuff, I was just like watching the interview with Jeff Kaplan. He was a part of Blizzard. Overwatch. He was one of the lead directors as far as Overwatch, and he had also got laid off. And we was wondering like why. You know what I'm saying? We was wondering why, but at the time there were the suits, and they was pretty much like, listen, we need you to make X amount by this date. If you don't make this amount, you and this amount of people will get laid off. You will be terminated type shit. And it's like, damn, you putting a lot of pressure on somebody right now and everybody fires their jobs. And it's like, and he was really on Overwatch. Like every patch note he gave us up to date, like far as what was going on, far as the future, all that stuff. And I was here for it. That was when I was like really into Overwatch. Since he left and they started doing the Overwatch 2, the shit just went downhill. Yep. I'm gonna be honest. The shit just went downhill. Y'all dropping these characters. Some of the character models look the same. I'm gonna give. Some of them have the same face models. And y'all out here dishing them out. Y'all never dropped this many characters in Overwatch until now. Y'all dropped 5, and when y'all just went back to regular Overwatch because how bad that shit was, it was like maybe between 1 to 3 characters per year. Y'all dropped 5, and y'all about to drop 5 more. What does that tell you? Y'all got somebody's in somebody got them AI and whatnot, and just cooking up these characters and whatnot. I don't know. The suits is definitely ruining a lot of stuff. I'm tired.
Yeah. I'm tired.
I just want my games to be great. I want my music, everything to be great again. That's it. But stop touching stuff, bro.
I know.
Hey, just stop touching stuff.
Stop touching stuff. I think, keep your hands to yourself.
Because to your point, like there's only but so much that humans can do in a certain amount of time, and there's only so much that as gamers we can play in a certain amount of time. Like there's only but so much characters you're gonna learn. There's only but so much times you're gonna learn a character, and then another one's already coming out, and now it just ruined your whole strategy. So it's like, I know they want, because it's like, oh yeah, we need to make more money, but it's like, if in the long run it kills your game, it didn't really make you as much money it could have as if you would have just like let the artist, because people were like, at the time they're like, why there's so many Mercy skins, and like
between her, what was it?
Her and who's the other one?
Kikaru, whatever her name is, I forget. Yeah, they have numerous skins.
Yeah,
you talking legendary, like. You know what I'm saying? Can you hook my man Lucio up with a skin? Like, what the fuck?
Right.
But then they had to go and apologize to him because he said, I just did what I felt like was going to make money because I didn't want people to get laid off. And then people were like, oh my God, shout out to the Mercy Mains because you guys kept the game alive. But it's like, why does it have to be that?
No, that's because a lot of the Mercy Mains or whoever that's playing Overwatch are freaky frogs. We want to keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. A lot of the people that be on them Overwatch games with the girl characters, they be some freaky frogs.
You say everyone has to ID themselves when they go into Discord?
And they are the reason why.
That's like
Wait,
I want to be nasty.
I want to point something out to what we're talking about, which is like why a lot of our games are. Well, a lot of games are looking like shit. But also, let's not forget that we are also getting a lot of good games. There's a stark difference between the games that suck and the games that are great.
Mm-hmm.
And Atari, you kind of hinted at it earlier. But you can kind of chalk it up to look at the U.S. economy and how corporate greed is looking in the U.S. right now, and look at the quality of games that are coming out because there's no money to go around, and everybody and the disparity between the 1% and everybody else, and then look at all the games that are coming out of different countries. France is killing it with the games right now.
Killing it.
Reanimal is based out of a Taser Studio or Tarsier Studios, which is out of Sweden.
Yeah, Sweden's killing it.
Yeah, and like so, you have all these, and I mean I can go down the list of games that are coming out of Europe right now, but those are all the games that are killing it right now, and it's because their economy is. Sure, everything is affected by the what's going on in the US and what's going on and what we're doing to the Middle East right now. But the way that the money is distributed is not nearly as bad as it is in the US. And so you can pay the artists in these different countries a living wage to the point where they're not stressed about a lot of these things that impact the quality of the game. Right. And I'm sure there are levels of stress, but I mean, like you said, Rome, like you got to get these numbers or else you're laid off. I don't think that's the energy that the guys over who made Reanimal just now are carrying. You know what I mean? Like, so that's something to be said. It's like, yo, the money's funny on this side of the country or on this side of the world, bro. But I think that these other countries have really do value their artists. And I know for a fact that France, there are like incentives for artists, over there, and they really do value a lot of what their artists put out, and you can see it in a lot of the art that they give to us, or they're gracious enough to sell to us, so I think that has a lot to do with it as well.
Yeah, and I think with the changes that are incoming, I think gamers are going to have to get comfortable with letting titles go. Just because, like, I could use, for example, Call of Duty, long beloved title, and I mean, how many of those Call of Duty games were mid? Plenty of them. After the saga, lots of mid games, right? And I think, when we finally, as a collective, decided, you know what, this game is actually trash. We're gonna treat it like it. Like, we're not gonna play it. Then they say, oh yeah, we'll take a break and then we'll come back in a little while and we'll do better. I think that's gonna be across the board. Games released with DLSS 5 that aren't that good, don't play them. They're out the door. As soon as you see it, you let it go. And that's just the way it's gonna have to be, I think.
Yeah, to add to that too, I know anybody who listens or watching this right now has a backlog a mile high. Yep. So don't say that you don't got any games to play. Yeah. I know you do.
And we doing this right now as we speak.
Play them.
Hold up. Listen. See, I don't come here and get disrespected,
Listen, listen, GDP, you see how I'm forcing myself to play Marathon right now. I am dying to. Oh my god!
It's the name of the game, bro. It's just how that is.
I
But
know.
look, we gotta link up and get that going, man. We gotta link up, get that going.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You played the
Hey,
good
RJ.
games.
Hey, RJ, speaking of Call of Duty,
Oh, I thought you were gonna say speaking of backlog. Oh my god.
Oh no, I've been saying it's the battle of the backlog since before the new year even started. So that's just
Okay.
I'm having fun.
I got two Mortal Kombat games. I gotta start playing.
But I'm having a ball right now. But nah, speaking of Call of Duty, I seen a post that, the other day that was saying a lot of people are going back to playing Modern Warfare.
Really?
Like Modern Warfare, like Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, or
the 2019
Just the
version.
straight up,
2019.
yeah.
2019.
Like
One, not two.
And the Steam, like the player count is higher than Black Ops 7 and 6,
crazy.
like combined.
Ooh,
I'm gonna go
combined.
down. I'm
I
gonna
mean,
go
that
buy
was a
it.
good game. That was a good
Yeah.
game.
So
That's
you know,
insane.
if we want to go back to playing the Call of Duty now,
You know what? Yeah, I gotta play
And,
the Halo Master Chief. So
Listen,
Like,
you don't.
yeah,
Hey, you don't want to
everybody-
see me in that Call of Duty, bro.
Bro.
You don't want to see me in that one.
Oh my god.
That was COVID Call of Duty, bro.
Hey,
I was
yes.
looking
Hey.
like.
That's why I'm like, don't let me find out we back on that.
Oh my
Listen,
god.
Look, everybody and their mama over there right now. So
Oh, bad.
they not messing with Black Ops 7. They not messing with the other ones that was with
Yeah.
wherever we at. I lost count. I lost count.
Yeah.
But
86.
but everybody's on Modern Warfare right
That's
now.
hilarious.
Yeah, so that's a sign right there. Activision, pay attention.
Pay
Yeah,
attention.
I think when stuff like
Pay
that
attention.
happens, they don't really have a choice but to pay attention. People going backwards, and what is that? That's like a couple titles backwards, right? That's
Yeah,
there's quite a
we
few.
talking like
Yeah.
yeah,
what is it, four?
because that was like
That's-
2019.
Yeah.
It's like four titles. Like people going backwards, that says a lot. That says a lot. And I think they've
Yeah.
already kind of gotten it just from the reception. I mean, there was like when you typed in Black Ops 7, it was like 10 straight videos about how crap it was, how, jank the graphics were and, the badges and like all this stuff. So I think they already were paying attention, but I hope they pay attention to the point where whatever comes out next is gas. Because I think if it comes out and it's not, that might be end of legacy. You know what I mean? Like I don't think there's any going back from releasing that shit game and then deciding, oh yeah, we released another one after waiting, XYZ amount of time. But one of the questions that I wanted to ask you guys was, who do you think wins the battle when it comes to, gamers saying we don't want this and companies like NVIDIA dropping the D5? Like, who do you think wins this battle? Because I think with technology, it's always a matter of, oh, we don't like it. And then at some point it becomes, kind of the standard. Do you think that it gets better from here or it gets worse from here?
As soon as this AI bubble pops,
Exactly.
it'll get way better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Because we don't need AI. That's the part. And it doesn't make anybody's life more convenient. Sure, it's like a super Google. Sure, you can get information from it, be weary, but you can still get information from it. But generative AI, it doesn't make anybody's life any better or convenient. And because of that, people I feel like the general consensus of the world is that we don't fuck with this shit. We don't.
Yeah.
And I think that once investors stop getting their money back, which is already kind of happening because isn't OpenAI like fully bankrupt?
Bankrupt.
At
Oh,
this
it's
point.
fully okay.
You gotta add to it now, I think.
By maybe next year.
Yeah. So I feel
Should
like
be gone
so
fully,
to
hopefully.
to GDP's point, like 100%, like this AI bubble is gonna pop, and ultimately, yeah, the customer is always right, guys. The customer is always right. Where's the money
Number
gonna come
one
from?
rule.
Where's the money gonna come from?
I just need for us to stand 10 toes on it, though. We may say it, but I need us to really stand 10 toes down. When it
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
No, that's facts.
They're like, yeah, man, we hate this so much. And the next thing you know, they pop up and still spending money or doing something that is related to AI. And it's like, nah, bro. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I hope we're right. Because I those images were disgusting. Like adding things that weren't necessary. They
were weird.
Just
that lighting was
just
not the
not
And NVIDIA of any of them too, which is, considering everything else they've been doing lately.
Bro, they're the AI kings.
Like we knew we didn't want this one shot release the graphics card. What was like the 50 series graphics card when they said that it have like
it's coming back.
And I'll say this. I have never. I'm like a like I've had NVIDIA graphics cards for, you know, I've been like on the NVIDIA side of like gaming graphics cards for a while. I think the one I have is a 3090, but it has DLSS. I've never used DLSS. Yeah. For some reason, I'm not a DLSS guy because I really enjoy like quality over like performance. I'm like very, you know, because I enjoy, I don't know. I just really enjoy like quality. Maybe it's because of like what work I was doing.
It's what most people enjoy, I imagine. But yeah.
but some people use DLSS because they want that frame rate. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like and it optimizes everything for that frame rate, you know. And so, you know, I'm surprised that they've gotten DLSS to like this far, and I'm surprised that so many people have used DLSS to the point where like they want to optimize their game so much to the point where they're like, here's AI, it'll optimize it even more. I'm like, do people not like seeing all of the highest end textures in their game anymore? Like, are they okay? Like, or do people like these because DLSS has always been like an AI thing, right? But it hasn't really. But DLSS 5 is like an AI filter to the point where it literally will just put a filter on it. But DLSS is AI. Like it's always been AI, where it just kind of it chooses like how high quality a texture will be based off of like the depth of where it is on the screen. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know, man. But now that it's just gone too far. It's gone too far. But I hope people just stop using DLSS altogether and just use normal anti-aliasing and see every texture that these artists have put all their blood, sweat, and tears into. Because run your shit at max settings, baby. Run it all up.
And as the artist of the group, it's so disrespectful. Yeah, it is just so disrespectful. Yeah, you know, put in the time and all that work just to put an AI filter over it, just to make it quicker, easier, and still look like crap.
Oh my gosh, that's a like specific nuance that I hadn't even processed. Like an artist sitting there drawing for who knows how many hours. Yeah. And then somebody
say here's a filter.
You're erasing their work, essentially.
We talk about characters, we're talking about worlds. We're like, this is some very detailed shit here. They say, you know what? I like what you're doing and all, but still a filter on that. yeah.
Like they're basically calling it money. They're like, that's hella mint
too, right?
Like, right.
Bro, imagine taking a selfie with somebody and being like, hey, let me get this selfie real quick. Taking a selfie with somebody and being like, hold on, let me just
what's going on with you?
Look, now you look great. Like,
what's that app?
Right.
Facetune?
Bro.
Like,
oh yeah.
But it's only you though, is insane.
Right.
Wicked.
It's only
at
that
me. Point, you have become my opposition. Nah, you became my opposition.
It's a villain origin story for sure.